Good evening, everyone. and Thank you all for coming. I would testing,
You there?
testing. Is that okay?
Every time it rains, it rains. Vanish from heaven. Tom, this one works. There you go.
Test. All right, this is. But everything else. Hello?
Hello, is this one working?
Testing. This is still good.
No?
We're all set.
Testing.
Okay, let's try it a second time. This is the Whittingham Homeowners Association, Greenbriar Whittingham Community Association, joint open board meeting for Thursday, October 28, 2025. Would you all please rise for a pledge of allegiance? Okay, Matt, we're still working, so would you please give us a roll call?
Okay, sounds like my mic's working. All right, we're going to start with the WOA board. Tom Clark,
Yeah.
Jay Respler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson. And let's go to the Greenbriar board. Chester Trubinsky, Alan Greenberg, Ron Parisi, Mark Sirks, and Cliff Durlacher. Thanks. And for management, me, Matt Lubis, General Manager. We have Kristen Parisi here and Susie Weingardner.
Okay, thank you, Matt. You have a report for us tonight, Matt?
Yeah, and I feel weird with this screen in front of me because I can't see everybody. Okay, a lot going on trying to finish up the fall with a bunch of projects. 50A Rutland, the lower roof was completed 2 weeks ago, so we're good there. One Rutland Lane, it's a manor building. We did the gutter replacements. That was done last week. Looks great. Now we got to get some rain to test out the gutters, which hopefully we'll get on Wednesday and the Thursday because we need rain bad. We also did the courtyard and drainage repairs over at One Rutland as well. The restaurant furnace and air conditioner were replaced on October 9th, rooftop units that service the kitchen area. Concrete replacements over in Whittingham were just about done. They're looking to be done by the end of the week. The rain may put us back another day or two, but they're making a big push to try and get it done before the rain comes in. We have the condo gutter cleaning over in Whittingham tentatively scheduled for November 17th. We're just going to kind of monitor the leaves and the leaf drop and what's still left on the trees because we don't want to do that too early and get callbacks and everything else. So we'll get a mass communication out when we have the exact date. Good news about the privacy fences. We've started back up. Building 74 is done. One Winthrop is done, except for the gates that they have to put on. They moved over to building 17, and we're just going up the line. Mentioned last week at the Low Open Workshop meeting, doing a little different. Instead of sending out a mass schedule, we're just letting people know about a week in advance. Hand delivering notices to them just so they know when it's coming, because we're going to try and get as much in before December as we can and the weather turns. But I don't know if anybody has watched the long range weather forecast for the winter, but they're predicting below average snowfall. So keep your fingers crossed. And also next Friday, we're getting the multi-purpose room in front is getting repainted. Something the town center committee wanted to do, and replacing some of the wood trim that's all banged up from chairs going into it. That's about it for now. And I see one on a nice note. I see one Dodger fan here. Did you stay up till 3:30 last night? Oh, he took his hat off.
Okay. Thank you, Matt. Kristen, you have a report for us?
Yes. Okay. On Wednesday, November 5th, we have a bus going to Wind Creek Casino. This trip is $30 a person with a $25 slot play returned. Friday, November 7th, we have a health lecture on lower back pain and neuropathy at 1 p.m. in the dance room. Sign up with the concierge. Sunday, November 16th, we have a brunch with entertainment by Barry Jason. Tickets are $30 each and on sale now. Wednesday, November 19th at 1 p.m. in the ballroom, we have a presentation that gives the viewer a true account of the Vietnam soldiers' experience. We have a flyer with additional details. We have 2 movies scheduled for November at 1 p.m. About My Father on Saturday, November 22nd, and Vacation on Sunday, November 30th. Our Atlantic City bus trip for Wednesday, December 3rd and Thursday, December 25th are on sale now. And December 27th, we have a bus going to New York with tickets to see chess. This is $150 per person and filling up quickly.
Okay. Thank you, Kristen. All right, so let's go to item number 5. We'll switch it over to Greenbriar for your business.
We'll find out. No? Yes? Okay. I'll make a motion to approve the minutes of the Greenbriar at Whittingham Community Association joint open meeting of September 25, 2025. Okay.
Let's do a roll call. Chester Trubinsky,
Yes.
Alan Greenberg, Ron Parisi, Mark Sirks, and Cliff Durlacher. Thank you.
All right, we'll move on to item number 6 is Woa business. Have approval of the September 15th, 2025 open workshop meeting minutes. Everyone had an opportunity? Okay. Do I have a motion to approve? Moved by Kathy, second by Jay. Okay, Matt?
Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Ressler, Bob Brown, Kathy Donano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson. Thank you.
I have the approval of the September 25th, 2025 joint open meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve? Moved by Jay, second by Kathy Donano, and roll call.
Okay. Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Ressler, Bob Brown, Kathy Donano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson. Thank you.
All right. Next item, I have an approval of a 3-year janitorial service contract with Planned Building Services for a cost of $242,000, $312.72, and in 2026, $247,211.64 in 2027, and $252,198.60 in 2028. What this is our janitorial service that takes care of the building. They've been here for the past 3 years on the contract. We looked at other services, and we received bids. Everything was fairly comparable, but management has been working with planned, and the board is satisfied with the service that they're providing us, and they seem to be doing a great job. So we like to keep that continuity and keep it going so that the building stays in great shape. Does anyone on the board have any comment on that? Uh,
I just, I just want to let everyone know that this is a very modest 2% increase from this year's costs, which is terrific. I mean, we've been dealing with 5% increases. 3 was our lowest increase, up to 6% increases. So a 2% increase from the current costs is really very good. In addition to that, to add, there's a 2% increase from 2026 to 2027. Again, very modest, even lower than CPI. And again, a 2% increase in 2028. We are trying to hold these vendors to sort of keeping their costs reasonable. So,
okay. Anyone else on the board have any comment? Matt, do you have anything you'd like to add to this?
Yeah, we've been very, very happy with the team here. You know, we've gone through some ups and downs and had to make some changes, but now we got a good team in place that we're all pretty happy with, especially our nighttime guys during the week. We really, really trust them. They're doing a good job. They're acting as a good team, and I always feel comfortable when those guys are here when we're not. So that makes a big difference to me.
Okay, thank you. All right, I'm going to open it up to the residents. Does anyone in the audience have any comment on this contract? Okay, seeing no one speaking, I'll close that portion. I'll entertain a motion to approve. Moved by Kathy Clarkson and second by Joe. Okay, Mac, have roll call.
Sure. Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Respler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano,
yes.
Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson. Thank you.
Okay, the next item we have is approval of a 3-year security contract with Adamas Building Services for a cost of $559,620.89 in 2026, $570,493.43 in 2027, and $581,583.42 in 2028. Now, this is a different company than what we currently have with our security. The board heard your comments very well over the past 2 years while we were under contract with the other company. And we did go out to reach out to at least 3 other companies we went out to. And we had a subcommittee that was established. I sat on it. Jay Respler and Kathy Donano, she sat on it as well. We interviewed all the prospective people, and the services that are being offered here are, in our opinion, superior to what we were receiving. Their communications, their technology, and how they approach problems is entirely different than what we're currently experiencing. And for a little bit of level of comfort on a reference, this is the same company that does Concordia across the street. And of course, we've checked with them, and they were all very happy and gave us glowing remarks. So these costs are relatively in line with what we've had. I'll leave it to Kathy to speak to some of the financial on it, but I think we're all going to be happy. They are going to approach our community with new ways of improving that front gate. and trying to get the crowds through. And so I'm really encouraged by the professionalism of the company. And for those who may be wondering, they will be offering some of the employees that are currently with planned if they would like to come over to their company and work with them. So that option is out there. Any other comments from the board on this?
So on this contract, I'd like to add that in fact, it is slightly lower than our existing contract. So we are also saving money and looking out into the future, they also held to a 2% increase from 26 to 27 and from 27 to 28. So, yay. We're working hard.
Okay. Anyone else on the board have any comment?
In your interview with these people, are their systems, their tech systems, able to interface with our existing test systems so we can integrate everything into one?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
thank you.
And they have their own system we'll integrate into, which is even better than what we have.
And it's compatible.
Yes.
That's fine, thank you.
It's actually a very sophisticated system. They take all the information downloaded into their system and work from there. And their communications, as Tom had indicated, is far superior to what we currently have.
Anyone else on the board? Okay, at this point, I'll open this up to the audience. Anyone in the audience would like to come up and speak to this? Please come up to the microphone, give your name and address for the record. Yeah, we don't have a microphone there.
Oh, it's you, Mike? Forget it.
Won't hear you.
Wait, it's too high. I can't reach it. Mike Boxer, 2 Sherwood. Kathy, you mentioned they're far superior. Could you give a differential on what they are superior in? What is the difference between A and B?
Okay, so we mentioned that their communications system, the way they communicate, the equipment that they use is superior to what we are currently using, what our current vendor is using. That was number one. Number two, as I mentioned, their technology. They've built an internal system where they take information from wherever they are, they take our information and they load it into their information.
That I understand, but what is the big difference between the two?
And I'm not understanding, Michael, that is the difference. They have the technology that they are using allowed them to very quickly look up names and information, addresses, whatever is needed, phone numbers, to make phone calls. Okay, so what they have different from what our current vendor does, because of this new technology, they are able to immediately log information in. It's not a manual, it's not handwritten. They log it in verbally. It automatically tracks the information. So for garage doors, for example, they explain to us what they would do is as they ride around, they would immediately pull up the name of the individual, they would log it in, and they would know every time they go out there how many times this happens. They would be able to immediately call and have the garage door or have the resident close the garage door. So these are immediate reactions. I think they were extremely superior to what we currently have.
Are we going to be keeping the same code system every day that we have now? The daily codes.
The daily code will remain. They thought it was a good idea. They've done it at other places that they secure. At this point, we explained that it is working for us, and they said that would be fine. They would continue with it.
Okay. My turn. So you're asking about
Instead-
technology. Mark Sirks, 60 Dawson? Oh,
Instead of their walkie-talkies that we have now, which are limited, they would use their cell phones so they can be anywhere and communicate and still communicate with supervisors that are not on the premises. Walkie-talkies, we're only limited to a limited range over here. So that'll save us the expense of the walkie-talkies, and they might even be able to communicate with us with their cell phones if they need to. Like Kathy was saying, to call up a resident if the garage door is open. They couldn't
Yeah.
do that with a walkie-talkie, but using their cell phones, they could.
so really we talk about they're bringing better technology, but I think it's fair to say that what we have now is really no technology. It's Alexander Graham Bell level technology. I know somebody's coming. I pick up a phone. I either tell the party the number, or I call the gatehouse and say so-and-so's coming. That's pretty much no technology. What I'm hoping to hear from this is that, for instance, I have a landscaper, creative design. I have no idea what days he comes. He just shows up when he's doing a bunch of houses in the area, unannounced. I have a contract with him. He's going to give me 8 or 10 or 12 services at his schedule and at his leisure. For the gatehouse to call me and tell me creative design is at the gate is of no value to me. And I have no way of telling the gatehouse ahead of time, just let him in. So that's all that time wasted. So what I would like to see out of this new technology, which I believe it'll have, where a guy is at a keyboard, creative design pulls up, or David's, or whoever else we have in the community that does regular routine, they're here often. Just come up and say, I'm with so-and-so landscaper, going to unit 60 Dawson. And it comes up on the screen and off he goes, no phone calls. That's the kind of improvement in technology I'd like to see. Now, Jack has also talked about a system they had in Florida where he calls and leaves a recorded message for the gatehouse. Doesn't talk to anybody, but leaves a recorded message. Then when a party comes up and says, I'm here to see so-and-so, they punch the button, listen to the recording. Jack's telling the guy, I'm expecting to see that guy. That's another level of technology that maybe they can bring to us. So that's the kind of things that I'm hoping to
Okay.
see.
Matt, would you like to give a comment on this?
Yeah, I actually kind of want to jump in. One of the good advantages is with Adamus, they have their own apps that their guards use. They have their own IT guy that's actually on staff that works with different communities to solve problems like we're talking about here. So I think we'll see a lot of improvements once we get them on board. They pretty much said, you tell us what you want and we'll try and figure out a way to make technology, make it work better. So they're going to be, once they get in, we're going to see a lot of improvements. And they also said that they're going to make a lot of recommendations to us as well. Another good advantage is that, as Tom said, they do Concordia across the street. So they're going to be doing some cross training with guards over there and our team here, which will also help if there's somebody that calls out, they can pull from over there possibly. So having them have a nice presence right here is, it feels pretty good.
Okay. Thanks, Matt. Okay, next, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Maria Napal. I am from 38H Rutland Lane. My question is that before, if we had a problem, we could call the security for
Yeah. Can you just be closer to the microphone? Yeah, our monitors here are not working very well. They're not-
So, is it better? Okay. So before, if we had a problem, for example, I had a problem with my carbon monoxide started to scream on me and I didn't know what to do. And it was Sunday and I called the security and they told they can't help me. So I called the police station, not emergency number, and they helped me. They send out like firefighters, and they helped me. My question is, the new security company, if I have a problem like this, can I call them, or this is not their task to helping me, to helping anybody who has a problem? Yeah, but I didn't want emergency. That I find a number which is not emergency, not burn the house or something, but it was very annoying and I didn't know what to do. And they were very nice. The firefighters helped me, but it would be easier if the security can help. Before we had this. The actual problem was that I didn't know that even first the firefighter didn't know. Because it was beeping like crazy and I don't, in my home. It's not just very loud and I didn't know that what's wrong. They came and first, even the firefighter didn't know what's wrong. And after they find out that the carbon monoxide. But first, my first thought was that I called the security and they told we can't help.
Can I just say,
What?
always, fire department or, 911, and you tell them that I need the fire department. I just had that yesterday. My fire alarms went off. So I called 911 immediately. You never know. And I would rather have them come and look and tell me there's no problem than don't call and have a fire. Anytime your smoke alarm goes off, please call 911. That's for anyone. Don't take a chance.
Okay. Another thing, just learned today that Jose, who was here, the security guy who always helping us, is not here anymore. He left the community. This happened because the new company come and he didn't want to work with them. What was his name? Jose. Jose.
Yeah, Jose is no longer with us. That's a personnel issue that I can't speak about publicly, but we do have another company that we're outsourcing to for the fire alarms and everything. So we can give you all that information if you need to contact them about anything.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't want to be nosy. I loved him because he always was very helpful, very, very polite, and I just heard that he left. Another thing is just curious that how this number come out that like 60 cents, big amount, and 60 cents for a year. You know, how they calculate this.
Are you talking about in the contracts that we're approving?
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
they're down to precise pennies.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
that's how they
pennies
figure it, and
In
that's,
this big amount and pennies. And how many people will work for us in the,
it's gonna be manned exactly the same as we currently have, same amount of people.
that's how many people? I
Well,
don't know.
We have 2 guards on
Two guards on
staff
every shift.
24/7.
2 guys?
2 guards, 24/7, 2 per shift.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you. All right, anyone else? Yes. Good, Alan.
Really, really say too much, but today I'm going to say something. I had extensive discussions with a few of the board members about the new company, and I think they're going to work out really well. But in order for it to work out for any of us, what we have to do is listen to our board and listen to the instructions of what they tell us that we need to do as residents to make things work smoothly at that gate. And one of the things that, and I've discussed this with the board members, that many people don't realize is that in the past, the reason things went so smoothly is that the people at the gate just let people pass through. And keep that in mind. Now the people at the gate are doing their job. And they're going to work with them. They're going to figure out better ways to get the traffic more smoothly. And what to do when people don't call or don't give the daily code to move traffic. What that is at this point, we don't know, but they're going to figure it out. But again, we have to do all our part to make sure that this system works. And that's a big part of it.
Okay, anyone else in the public want to come up and have comment on this issue? Okay, seeing no one, I will close that audience participation. And I will go to the board and ask them if they have any comment. If not, we'll move the item. Okay, do I have a motion to approve? Moved by Jay, second by Bob. Go ahead.
Okay, Tom Clark,
Yes.
Jay Ressler, Bob Brown, Kathy Dodano, Joe Atanasio, Kathy Clark and Gleason, and Jeff Simonson. Thanks.
Okay, let's go on to item number 7. It's the committee reports. Move it to Greenbriar. But before we begin, I want everyone to know that these 2 end monitors that you see up on the stage aren't working tonight. We're having trouble hearing you because we're getting a really bad sound back from the audience and it's bouncing back. So it's hard to pick up every word that's being said. So if we say, I'm sorry, I missed the question, or, we didn't hear you. It's not because, we're not paying attention. We're just having difficult hearing you. Okay, so go ahead. Yes, you can.
Okay, committee reports, budget and finance, Mark?
So the process has begun and is well on its way to completion. We're very close to having the budget for Greenbriar completely finished, and probably by mid-November, right, Kathy? We'll present the budget to everybody, but we're very, very close at this point. That's it. Covenants.
Covenants report, Ron?
Report at this time. Nothing new to report.
Site review, we always have something. 22 applications were reviewed and approved. 18 inspections were undertaken by the committee members. Last report would be newcomers. Alan?
So there's a session coming up on November 13th for newcomers. Again, that's for people who are new to the community, who have all been invited. I don't have a head count. Typically, we get 20 or so new people to the community. It all depends. But at the meeting in December or late November, I'll report back on how many people show up.
Okay, we'll move on to the next item, World with Business. I have a budget and finance. Anything to report, Kathy?
Okay, on budget and finance, I just want to report, we just received September financials. We are meeting with budget and finance to review the September financials. We're meeting on November 13th. At that point, we will be discussing the 2026 budget and hopefully finalizing it. And if all goes well, we anticipate that we will present all information to the community on November 20th. That's being very optimistic and hopeful.
All the microphones to just say the Covenants Committee did not meet this month.
Uh, 12 inspections, 5 applications. That's about it. And the committee is still looking for, I don't know how close there we go. I'm not used to that. All right, there were 5 applications. There were 12 inspections, and the committee is still looking for guidance on community property, the installation of satellite dishes, antennas, that sort of thing. We did do that one exception in which we worked out the agreement for that homeowner, so he's got up his little TV antenna. Probably just as well. Okay. Oh, I was gonna pass it back to Bob. Bob.
Okay, for entertainment, we're booked for next year, 2026. We're booked completely. It is up. Okay. The entertainment committee is booked for, they booked their entertainment for 2026. We have great performers coming in, and we want to thank everyone who shows up for the shows. They've been excellent and outstanding, and everyone's doing a great job. We look forward to, full houses for all our shows. That's it.
Okay, we met with landscape this morning. We have picked out the flowers for our spring next year. We're going to go with begonias again because they do very, very well in the community. And the other flowers don't seem to. There's some areas that don't have enough water. So we're going to continue to use begonias. We're going to try different patterns with different colors. And then we also picked out the bulbs before the spring flowers. We picked out tulips. And what we try to do always is the clubhouse gets one set of colors and the 2 gates get a different set of colors. So we're going to do one set of tulips for the clubhouse, and then the main gate will get daffodils. Okay.
The town excuse me. The town center committee met on October 9th. Just a couple of things we discussed. The downstairs storage room has been totally renovated, and very clubs are already using it. There is a little bit more space if any other clubs have need of it. We're also talked about maybe trying to spruce up the ballroom a little bit, nothing dramatic, but maybe doing a little painting and touching up with the wallpapering. As far as the ceiling in the ballroom, that's going to have to be put off for a while until we figure out what's going on with our sprinkler system, because if we're going to need to make some adjustments to that, The ceiling's going to have to be open, so we're not going to pay to fix it until that's taken care of. The only other thing is, let's see, the multi-purpose room in the back that was supposed to have been painted got pushed. It's going to be painted on November 7th as of now. And as far as we talked about forming a pool committee, but we think that's going to become a subcommittee of the town center committee, not form a whole new committee. And I think that's it.
Okay, there's also, it's not on your agenda, but, Jay Respo is gonna give us a report on the phone book that his committee's been working on, to get them to you for, your personal use.
We've been in touch with the publisher to set up a meeting. He's going to bring samples of phone books from other communities so we can see what other types of books there are. We're going to show him the types of books that we've used in the past. And then the committee will make decision on which phone book to go with and hopefully be able to get it printed soon.
All right, thank you, Jay. I just did want to make one comment before we open up to the public. Number one, just for your information, there's a big show coming up this weekend. And for everyone listening on Zoom, hopefully you're still there with our technical problems. The PAC, the Performing Arts Council, will be putting a show on this Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. It's all members of our community that put a show on a yearly basis here. It's going to be a great, great show. I think everyone's going to really enjoy it. So if you haven't gotten a ticket, I think Sunday is almost sold out. Saturday is selling fast. Friday night is available. So please come and join us. 4 of the members on the board here are part of the PAC, and we enjoy it. And it's a great way of working with the community and seeing what kind of talent we have out here. And it's a lot of fun. So please try to join us for the shows that we have coming up this weekend. The other thing I wanted to say, give you a little update also on the restaurant. I have had a conversation with Todd Wurtzel last week in regards to the restaurant. We plan on meeting together, him and I, next week. I've contacted our attorney to begin doing what he needs, the research, and give me the information in regards to what's going to be needed on a transition, and also doing a vote to the community. There's no doubt about it. We looked into that over and over. It's going to require, if we're going to do an assessment and add a fee to anyone's HOA fee, that will require a formal vote, which will probably happen sometime in January. But I will offer Todd an opportunity to showcase before a vote takes place of what he's offering, what the restaurant's going to be about, and he can explain how he's going to work the food credit so the residents fully understand what they're doing and what's happening before we actually take a vote on that. But I'm going to meet again with him next week, and based on that conversation, it'll just follow through, and we'll have to do a lot of formal process and also involve for service, because if that passes, they are required to collect the money. So we have to work that logistic out. There's a lot going on. Doesn't look like there's a lot going on, but it is. And the holidays are coming, and we don't do this 7 days a week. So we're putting a lot of effort into it, and we're going to do it as quickly as we can. So in saying that, anyone else on the board have anything to say about the restaurant? We haven't spoken to a single person. I don't know. I keep getting stories about that. And people saying we're making deals with people. I don't know where this stuff starts. I really don't. But we haven't spoken to anyone, nor are we about to. I mean, I think the things that's going to really tell the tale is going out for a vote. Because if the vote fails, we're not talking to anybody. So it's that simple. So I mean, if you're really supporter of looking to get a food credit, you got to talk to all your neighbors. you got to give them the benefits. Let everyone make a decision. But it is going to be a decision made by each and every homeowner. It's no getting around that. That's not a decision this board is going to make. And the board is not going to be taking a position on it. The board will leave it to the homeowners to decide on its own merits if they want to have it or not. So saying all that, I will open it up to the open forum. So if you want to come up and talk about the restaurant or anything else that's on your mind, please come up to the microphone. We got a technical problem. It's not connecting. It's not connecting tonight for some reason. It's a wireless system. It's not connecting. Listen, I can't fix it right now. All right. Well, we got to deal with what we got right now.
Mike, you got to talk right into it.
Hello, hello.
And no worries, Mike. I think my first directive for tomorrow will be getting new microphones.
I don't know.
Yeah, so what we did in regard to that issue was to move the stop line in the form of painting a footpath, a crossing path. So the crossing path that exists at the end of Harwood is now the stop line. So your car should go all the way up to the footpath. It is in advance of the stop sign, but the stop line is now at the footpath where it appears we created a crosswalk. Not that anybody's crossing over there. It's not a common place for someone to cross, but it creates now the place where a car should stop. If a car stops at that crosswalk, it should have fairly good view in consideration of the low speed that cars are moving at that intersection. Yeah. Yeah. I've seen your wife's car. I've seen your wife's car. It's not that nice. So,
I,
yeah.
Mike, Mike.
Okay. All right. Mike, the bottom line, bottom line, let's calm down. Bottom line is, this is a rule that's been in effect. If you're requesting that the board take a look at that and review it and see if that could, somehow be reduced. I mean, we did that with the ID on the cars when it used to be $50 to get it for 1 year. So we lowered it to $20 for 2 years. So, we can look at these things. and we have to look at the cost on all this stuff. There is cost. There is cost. Those little stickers we put on your car cost us $8 alone. So just, okay, I hear you on that. We'll look at it. Thank you.
Do you want my mic, Mark? Yeah, people on Zoom can't hear.
Okay. All right. I'm going to talk to the attorney the right way that's going to be handled. I don't have an answer for you on that tonight because that's what I'm going to have that conversation after I have a conversation with Todd. And then I'll speak with the attorney to see how we're going to formally set this up and what's the right way and the wrong way of doing it. So yes, I hear your comment. Okay, thank you.
Well, I think everyone's tired of listening to me anyway. At least Mark Sirks is.
There you go. I'm Diane Stanley, 22 Trent. I just want to piggyback on the cards, the ID cards coming in. I would also request the board to consider doing something about the fee of $55 because I know some people have with the actual badges now rather than the little fob on the key. It's harder for some people to keep track of. And some people also have medical situations and stuff that affect them and their ability to always have the card, et cetera. So if they lose them, et cetera, it ends up costing a lot of money to always be replacing it with $55. And if you find the old one, it's been deactivated. So then you're stuck. And so it's just 55, 55, 55.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
that's it. Hi, Irene McNulty, 105 Chichester. I just, before the elections, I guess on candidates night, I brought up a suggestion that someone else had voiced too about perhaps putting some stop signs on Chichester and perhaps on Harwood to hopefully slow the traffic down a bit. And I was wondering if anybody's looked into that.
Hello? Okay, it's working. So I've started to work on putting something together, which I haven't shared yet with this board because we just came together as a board recently, as you know. So I can get something out to them. We'll meet probably in the next couple of weeks and we can look at the proposal that I have and see what we like or not like and come back to you hopefully next meeting or 2 meetings.
Yeah, that would be great. The other evening I was coming down, even Whittingham, coming from the clubhouse, coming home, and person in front of me, I saw the speed where it says your speed is. It was 39 miles an hour going down Whittingham, and it's supposed to be 25. It's people walk their dogs along there. It's like really it's very dangerous. And I know we recently had a very bad accident. I have no idea how that accident happened. I hope no one was badly hurt up by at the intersection of Harwood and Whittingham, where the car flipped over by the light pole. Thankfully, yeah. So we could all slow down. It would be appreciated and look into that. Thank you. And I was wondering, what kind of a percentage do we have to get a vote on the restaurant? Does that have to be like?
That's one of the things I'm going to get clarified by our attorney. So as soon as I have that information, I'll share it with everyone.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else in the public? All right, seeing no one, I will close the public portion. Matt, do you have anything from Zoom?
Susie already answered a couple of questions that came in. A couple of them were just basically about the mic's not working.
Yeah.
And a couple comments about Mark Sirks, but I won't share.
Okay, so we're good then. All right, so yeah, again, I apologize for the technical problem tonight. We've been struggling up here all night to hear what you're saying. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn? Moved by Jay, Second by Jeff. Okay, thank you all very much for coming, and again, we apologize for the technical problem, and I hope everyone at home could hear us. Thank you.